Deputy Commissioner of Police, DCP Olumuyiwa Adejobi, has officially announced the appointment of Chief Superintendent of Police, CSP Benjamin Hundeyin, as the new Public Relations Officer of the Nigeria Police Force. After him, the former police force spokesperson was promoted, reassigned and redeployed to Delta State as the Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of operations, a sensitive position that has generated massive reactions from members of the public, especially those who widely believed that DCP Olumuyiwa used his office as force spokesperson to suppress freedom of speech by arresting and detaining people on grounds of alleged cyber-talking and violence instigation against the Nigeria police force, while many accused him of abandoning the main security challenges affecting Nigeria, and created more time for himself to be reading through comment sections on social media to harass innocent young Nigerians over mere comments, and the new posting may offer DCP Olumuyiwa the opportunity to always lead a team of combat joint security squads to battlefields where he may have direct contact with some of the deadly and well-armed gunmen in the South and Southeast geopolitical zones. He's expected to lead offensive and defensive operations against militants and armed robbers who have killed several policemen, sometimes in mass numbers in recent years in the oil-rich Delta State, where his new job function required him as the police field combat commander of the state to develop combat strategies to address cases of oil bunkering, kidnapping and more strategies to confront and push back Biafra secessionist armed groups widely believed have good positions and camps in Delta State. In a statement issued a few minutes ago, DCP Olumuyiwa said, "The Inspector General of Police, IGP Kayode Adeolu Egbetoken, has approved the appointment of CSP Benjamin Hundeyin as the new Force Public Relations Officer, FPRO. CSP Hundeyin holds a BA, Hons, in English Language from Lagos State University and an MSc in Legal Criminology and Security Psychology from the University of Ibadan. He also obtained a certificate in Civil Military Coordination from the Martin Luther Agwai International Leadership and Peacekeeping Training Center, Jaji, Kaduna State. He is an associate of the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, NIPR, a member of the International Public Relations Association, IPRA, and an associate of the Chartered Institute of Personnel Management of Nigeria, CIPM. A seasoned communicator, CSP Hundeyin previously served as the Police Public Relations Officer at Zone 2 Command Headquarters, Anikan, Lagos, was part of the Nigerian contingent to the United Nations Peacekeeping Mission in Darfur, Sudan, UNAMID, in 2020, and served as the Administration Officer at the Force Public Relations Department, Force Headquarters, Abuja. Until his present appointment, he was the Police Public Relations Officer for the Lagos State Police Command. The Inspector General of Police has charged him to leverage on his communications and security experience to bolster the Force Public Relations activities and ensure continuous positive relations with the public. He can be reached on 07062606717 or benjamin@hundeyin.com. In an earlier press release, DCP Olumuyiwa said, "The Inspector General of Police, IGP Kayode Adeolu Egbetoken, has approved the posting of the Force Public Relations Officer, DCP Olumuyiwa Adejobi, as the Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of the Department of Operations, Delta State Command." This deployment underscores the confidence of the force leadership in his wealth of experience, professionalism, and capacity to further strengthen operational strategies in the command. The IGP has commended DCP Adejobi for his exceptional service as Force Public Relations Officer, noting his professionalism, commitment, and remarkable contributions to strengthening the image and communication strategies of the Nigeria Police Force. The IGP expressed confidence that he will bring the same level of dedication and excellence to his new assignment in Delta State. Meanwhile, arrangements are being concluded for the announcement of a new Force Public Relations Officer. DCP Olumuyiwa stated this on Wednesday.
Bringing you the news in a more digital way.
Dangote Group, owned by Africa's richest man, Aliko Dangote has denied ownership of the two trucks involved in separate road accidents on Wednesday at Ozalla, Four Corner area, close to the Federal Road Safety Corps, FRSC State Command and the University of Nigeria Teaching Hospital, UNTH in Enugu State that claimed 10 lives and injured 10 others currently receiving treatments in the hospital. The company made the denial based on the report made available by the Enugu State Command of the Nigeria Police Force that the two trucks involved in the accidents were owned by Visco Investment Global Limited and Global Investment, but videos made available online by road users and residents who witnessed the scenes of the accidents showed the name of Dangote boldly written and inscribed on the head of one of the trucks involved in the accidents. The police said the first incident occurred around 9 o'clock in the morning, claiming 6 lives, and the other took place at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, killing 4 persons. And our check indicated that the Visco Investment Global Limited is registered by Nigeria Corporate Affairs Commission, CAC, as a general contractor, and the company head office is opposite Dangote Cement factory at Obajana in Lokoja area of Kogi State. And its statement on Wednesday, Dangote Group may have admitted Visco Investment Global Limited as a partner as it described the contracting company as a third party. The Enugu State Police Command in a press release on Wednesday said the command regrets to inform the public of 2 separate but tragic fatal road accidents that occurred today, the 3rd of September 2025, along the Ozalla, Four Corner axis of the dual carriage Enugu-Port Harcourt Expressway. The crashes claimed 10 lives and left 10 others hospitalized. The first incident, a multiple vehicle crash, happened at about 9 a.m. on the Enugu inward-bound lane. A Howo truck, inscribed Visco Investment Global and laden with bags of white cement, was en route Abuja from Abia State, when it collided with a Toyota Corolla car that was attempting to overtake another truck on the same route. A Photon bus and a Daihatsu Hijet minibus, both driving one way, were also caught in the collision. Sadly, the truck head and the Toyota Corolla car went up in flames, with 5 occupants of the car burning to death. A passenger in the minibus was equally confirmed dead by the attending medical doctor. Similarly, at about 3 p.m. on the same road, another fatal crash occurred. This time, it involved a Sino truck belonging to Global Investment and a tricycle. The truck, laden with cement and driving one way from Gariki Enugu to Nenwe in Ananri local government area, on the same Enugu inward-bound lane, rammed into the tricycle, leading to the death of its 4 occupants. They were rushed to the hospital but later confirmed dead. 10 other persons, injured in the separate crashes, are currently receiving medical attention. The Commissioner of Police, Enugu State Command, CP Maman Bitrus-Giwa, while mourning the tragic loss of lives and commiserating with the families of the deceased, has directed the State Motor Traffic Department to carry out a diligent investigation into the circumstances surrounding the accidents. The CP describes the crashes as avoidable and strongly cautioned drivers to exercise utmost care, especially during these ember months, when road traffic usually increases and accidents are more frequent. He reminded motorists that no journey is worth the loss of lives, urging them to shun recklessness, obey traffic rules, and prioritize safety over speed to prevent further tragedies, SP Denal Ndukwe, the police public relations officer, Enugu State Command stated. In a statement signed by its management on Wednesday, Dangote Group said the vehicle with Dangote inscription was operated by a third party. We are engaging with the appropriate agencies to find out why the truck was carrying our logo when it is not part of our fleet. Going forward, we will apply more scrutiny to the unauthorized use of our brand identity, especially the misuse of our logo on vehicles not linked to the group. Ordinarily, it is our policy not to comment on individual cases, but the spread of misinformation linking these incidents to the Dangote Group without evidence has compelled us to respond. We call on the public and the media to avoid spreading unverified claims, the statement partly read. We are committed to cooperating fully with the relevant authorities and insist that investigations should be allowed to run the course without interference. We strongly reject attempts to exploit tragedies like this for malicious or financial gain, The Dangote Group stated, and the company maintained that it remains committed to the highest standards of corporate responsibility, safety, and integrity. We had reported that a well-known human rights activist and a humanitarian, Martins Vincentots aka Veridakman, has apparently threatened the media, especially those he referred to as bloggers, not to use his video contents on their page, and if they do, he would report the video to the management of social media platforms like YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, among other online platforms. The video or videos were published and ensured the video or videos are brought down or removed. He stated this on Tuesday noon in a 9 minutes video wherein he accused the media, especially those he referred to as bloggers, of not joining hands with him and others to launch massive campaign and awareness when Ruth Ottobo was alive, the sister of the Big Brother Nigeria Season 7 winner, Ejima Ottobo aka Fina, who allegedly needed more attention and care from Dangote Group of company owned by Africa's richest man, Aliko Dangote, whose truck hit Ruth Ottobo a few days after the accident. Victim, Ruth Ottobo, rounded off her examinations as a final year student of Federal Polytechnic in Auchi, but, according to Veridakman, soon after the death of the accident victim was announced on Sunday, bloggers started publishing the news stories massively. Continuing, Veridakman accused Fina of being a greedy person, saying, Fina wrote a demand list of 1 billion naira to Dangote even when she has not visited her sister in the hospital to know the true picture of her condition. In a swift reaction, a well-known sex educator who uses raw words to pass across her teachings, Iziagbe Ogbede aka Ekia Queen, condemned the act of Veridakman, saying it was the alleged greed of Fina that killed her sister, with Ekia Queen accusing Veridakman of being a liar who is trying to cause more pains to the bereaved Fina even when he knows her sister just died less than 48 hours ago. We had reported that the management of Dangote Group says they are saddened over the death of Ruth Ottobo, the sister of Big Brother Niger Season 7 winner, Ejima Ottobo aka Fina, saying they had concluded all arrangements and made all necessary efforts to fly the accident victim abroad for the continuation of her medical treatment, but the company was waiting for her doctors to certify her fit for air travel. The company owned by Aliko Dangote, the Africa's richest man according to Forbes, made the statement in a press release issued few minutes ago after the death of the new graduate from Federal Polytechnic in Auchi was announced by her family through their lawyer, Barrister Justice Shegun Ojino of Echo Solicitors and Advocates, saying, the graduate, who was knocked down alongside her motorcycle rider by a truck owned by Dangote Group in Auchi community earlier this month, passed on exactly 6:30 hours on Sunday.
Bringing you the news in a more digital way.
Nigeria President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has said that the West Africa country has no fear over whatever the President of the United States, Donald Trump, is doing, although the Nigeria president did not give details what the US president is doing that the nation has no fear of, but President Tinubu, at a meeting with political leaders at the State House in Abuja on Tuesday, said that the country has met its revenue target for 2025 from non-oil revenue sources, saying, if Nigeria as of August has already met revenue target from non-oil products, the country has no fear of whatever the President of the United States, US, is doing, adding that the economy of the country is now stabilized, saying, the Naira currency is now performing well in the foreign exchange market, with a claim he met dollar exchange rate at 1,900 Nairas per $1 on May 29, 2023 when he took over as the president of the West Africa country, praising himself that he has worked hard to reduce the foreign exchange rate from 1,900 Nairas to 1,450 Nairas per $1, a claim we fact-checked to be very incorrect. We observed that President Bola Tinubu on May 29, 2023 met foreign exchange rate at 461 Nairas per $1. On the day of his inauguration, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu issued a policy statement directing the Central Bank of Nigeria to ensure a unified exchange rate, a policy statement that made the exchange rate to increase from 461 Nairas to 853 Nairas per $1 at the end of 2023. after the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, officially pegged and increased the foreign exchange rate from 461 Nairas to 750 Nairas per $1 in his 2024 budget, which made cost of foodstuffs and other cost of living in the country to increase more than 200%, and while presenting the 2025 budget, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu pegged and increased the foreign exchange rate from 750 Nairas to 1,500 Nairas per $1. This policy action of the president has since made cost of foodstuffs and other basic necessities in Nigeria to increase outrageously more than 700% with no reduction till date. Like, a sachet water that used to be sold for 5 Nairas is now sold between 20 Nairas to 50 Nairas in some locations in Nigeria. Details of some of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's statements as presented by the presidential spokesperson, Bayo Onanuga, reads verbatim below. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu said on Tuesday in Abuja that the revenue target for 2025 was achieved in August, following economic reforms focused on stimulating the non-oil sector. He said that the bulk of the revenue came from the non-oil sector. The president assured Nigerians that the renewed hope agenda is firmly anchored on building critical infrastructure, improving health facilities, ensuring food sovereignty, and providing security. He spoke at a meeting at the presidential villa with the founding members of the defunct Congress for Progressive Change and the Buhari Organization, led by the former governor of Nasarawa State, Umaru Tanko Al-Makura. President Tinubu said that the economy was heading in the right direction. The economy is now stabilized. Nobody is trading pieces of paper for foreign exchange, Forex, anymore. The economy is now predictable. You do not need to know the CBN governor, Yemi Cardoso, to obtain foreign exchange or import goods. What we need now is building the ship and the vessels for the export of our goods and creating more jobs for our people, the president noted. He said the federal government will establish agricultural mechanization centers in all regions of the country to build capacity, expand cultivation and harvest, and guarantee food sovereignty. We are going to have trainees. That program is our path to food sovereignty. Quote, reflecting on his long-standing relationship with the CPC, President Tinubu described the political journey and merger as a sweet memory, and expressed gratitude to the group for their support. When I see people like you, I am determined to work harder. President Tinubu assured the delegation that the legacies of former President Muhammadu Buhari would be sustained and immortalized with the Buhari House, adding that more members of the old CPC would be given opportunities to participate in the government. Thank you for your patience until now. But first of all, we must cure the economy and bring hope to the people, which is what we stand for. Thank you for believing in me, he said. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, thanked President Tinubu for his statesmanship and magnanimity towards the people and government of Katsina State. Abbas thanked the President for his vision and broad-mindedness in accommodating all political stakeholders. The leader of the delegation and former governor of Nasarawa State, Al-Makura, said members of the former Congress for Progressive Change are committed to the success of the APC government. Al-Makura thanked the President for his extensive participation in the final rites for President Buhari. You not only buried President Buhari but also honored him and ensured a befitting state burial with full military honors. Above all, your presence throughout the ceremony was comforting as it was reassuring, Al-Makura stated. He assured President Tinubu of the group's loyalty and support. This is to assure you that we believe in your administration, and that will be our focus and commitment to ensure the success of our party and your ultimate victory in the 2027 elections, Al-Makura stated.
The economy is stabilized. Nobody is trading piece of paper for exchange rate anymore. When I took over, 1.9 It's 1.35, 1.45 now. It's been stabilizing there. People can predict. You don't have to know a Cardozo before you get your foreign exchange, you get your imports. What we need now is building the ship, the vessels, for export and import of our goods and create jobs for the people. There's a guarantee there. I know many of you had to suffer the initial abuse and the fear. Where are we going? We know the direction that we should go. We are going up. No, those who may not know will not know. Today I'm standing before you, I can brag that Nigeria is not borrowing, a dime from local bank. The revenue, we have met our target of revenue for the whole year. We met it in August. I've reviewed this morning. Non-oil. If non-oil revenue is going well, then we have no fear of whatever Trump is doing on the other side. And I've just signed off on a huge mechanization, program that every region we have a mechanized center.
Osazuwa Connedio, bringing you the news in a more digital way. Osazuwa Connedio, bringing you the news in a more digital way.